Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Welcome back to another review of Basketball Wives, honey. LA and Orlando. We gotta get into some things, and y'all know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with LA. All right. Girl, it's really giving. Are you team Clayana or are you team Evelyn? Do you think that Clayana was doing too much and she deserved what happened? Or do you think that Evelyn was out of pocket and she was wrong? She didn't have to get in between the ladies. Okay. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. All right. Anywho, Evelyn and Jen. So they're back friends. I forgot to talk about that in my last review. It seems like Evelyn is ready to just progress forward. Jen has been ready to progress forward. So they are getting to be in a better place. Now, I have to be honest, I haven't really been featuring Evelyn because of the whole OG situation. But as I've been watching the show, I've been seeing myself leaning more on the side of Evelyn when it comes to situations. Okay. And when I see her and Jen sitting down and talking, it does take me back to the earlier stages of Basketball Wives, where I kind of liked when they were actually friends. So I like the fact that they are mending fences, and Jen is ready to have the conversation with Shanice about the things that was said. You could tell that Jen is not going to take accountability for anything. I don't even think Jen is going to apologize, because if she does, then that would admit that she was guilty. I think that Jen is just going to acknowledge that she understands how this girl felt, and she would never want her to feel that way ever again based on anything that she, that has to do with her. So is she gonna be real slick with how she give her apology without giving one, in my opinion? But them being cool, that's great, good for y'all. I do feel like you can never really be too sure with Evelyn, Miss Jen. So at any moment, girl, she may not be cool with you, but at the same time, she can't be too sure with your ass either, because you always talking shit. So girl, learn something from this, I suppose. Brooke then sat up here and got divorced to her husband, only to still be fucking on her husband. So which one is it? Like, is he your ex-husband, or is he still your main thing, or what? Like, girl, you came out better staying married to that man. He still get the coup de trois. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, she's gonna do an event hosting for her daughter, which is nice. I'm probably not gonna go into more detail about it because we're gonna get into some other things. Okay. Jackie decides she gonna take the ladies to a strip club, which she did. Jen over there partying. They playing Cardi B and Megan is some hoes in this house. They playing WAP. Jen over there just doing what she do, having a good time. But while she's at it, she's pointing. You know what I'm saying? Which is something people typically do. But Jen was being intentional by labeling Miss Clayana as a hoe. Do I give a fuck? Absolutely not. I have also been on the side of Jen mainly. Because I don't care. A lot of people gonna be like, Jen is a problem. Jen is a problem because she's not a fighter. So, and just because she's not a fighter, like, and that be their main excuse. Well, she wouldn't say that, or she wouldn't do. Girl, y'all just don't like that lady. And it's okay to not like her. I'm not saying that you have to like her, but what I'm saying is, don't let that blind you from the fact that she owes Clayana not a goddamn thing. This lady put her hands on her. So, bitch, I don't owe you nothing. And if I want to point, you don't know if I'm pointing at you. I'm just pointing. But if you want to take it like that, then take it however the fuck you want to take it, because I owe you nothing. You have yet to apologize to me for putting your hands on me. So I'm with Jen on that. I don't really care about what nobody else talking about. Okay. When Clayana sees this, Clayana points back. Okay. Then she decides, I don't know, Clayana gives high school childish little girl activity that I can't. Okay. Now, Jen, yes, she was being a little petty with the whole whatever. But it's a giving Clayana running back to Brittany to run and tell Brittany something. And I feel like when I was watching it, it made me feel like, okay, that's the energy that a person does when they want other people to have their back in case they need some help. In case they need help jumping a person or some shit. Like, it was really weird. So she runs back and tell Brittany, and she's talking to Giselle, and of course she's talking to them, telling them what happened. And then Giselle, like, girl, you being messy as fuck too, because then you run back over to Jen, tell her what Clayana said. Like, you contributed to the mess. It could have died right where it was, but you ran over there to Jen, said what you said. Jen was like, yeah, I was pointing at her, like, okay, it is what it is, whatever. Like, she pushed me. I'm not studying that lady, like, girl, whatever. Okay. So then you take that information of what Jen says, run it back to Clayana and say that, girl, listen, Jen said that, yeah, she did it on purpose, but I'm out of it. I ain't got nothing to do with it, girl. That's between you and her. Bitch, it was between them two in the beginning before you ran over there to tell Jen what Clayana said with your messy ass. Like, girl, what? Girl, it was already between them. And then Clayana, who's an unhinged ass bitch, decides that she's going to take her shoes off and run over there on Jen. And people think that Evelyn should not have jumped in any capacity. All I'm going to say is this, Evelyn. When OG jumped in and swung your ass into them bushes, you can't be mad because you ran up on CC with some threatening behavior. Okay? So now you did the same thing to Clayana. Do I mind it? I didn't mind it when OG slung your ass. Okay? And I also don't mind that you running up on Clay. Okay, because you can't just be running up on people with threatening behavior like you finna assault them and think that ain't nobody else finna, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody supposed to respond like the other people that's around. See, you did that to Cece because you thought Cece was a weak BIT, but guess who wasn't? OG. Same way Clayana ran up on Jen because she sees Jen as a weak BIT, but wasn't expecting Evelyn to hop in there and get in her. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mind that. And I'm like, that's what you get. Because you really didn't even have that same energy for Brooke, in all honesty. You really didn't, Miss Clayana. You really didn't have that energy. And if Brooke was there, girl, Brooke would have got to you before Evelyn even got a chance to jump up. Period. Because she's been waiting to give it to you anyway. Okay. And you about, when if it was Brooke over there talk about some holes in this house, you about would not have took off them shoes and ran over there to Brooke. Let's be very honest. So anywho, I feel like you know who to try. Right. So then what else happened? I feel like Jacille was being messy as hell. I feel like it was already between them. You ain't got to sit up there and run back information playing telephone in between the ladies and then gonna sit up there and say it's between y'all. Bitch, it's been between them. You see Brittany ain't get up, so why did you go get up? You be killing me. So Clayana decides to take off her shoes. She runs up on Jen. She all up in Jen's face over her like she about to hit her. Girl, that's threatening behavior. That's threatening behavior. So if Jen would have took a bottle and clocked that girl upside her head, Jen probably wouldn't even got in trouble in the courtroom because she's defending herself because you're running up on her. And she fearing for her life, not knowing what the hell for to happen. So if somebody jumped in there and clocked her ass, it is what it is, okay? So yeah, Evelyn jumped in, grabbed on Clayana, tugged on that wig, snatched that wig up off her damn head. Okay, and Clayana over there, I think she was on social media or wherever she was, or maybe she was on the show talking about how she got all this hair. And I'm like, girl, you might have hair, but what we saw you walking with at the end of the night, that hair did not look that long, and them ends looked very thin to me. But do what you want to do, girl. Anywho, so Clayana ended up getting escorted out, and this is why I can't stand Clayana, because Clayana is the type of person to me that likes to rewrite history and stories and all of that, which also makes people question what's your dynamic in your relationship with your baby daddy. Like, what's really going on over there? Like, Clayana, you're weird. So Clayana is escorted out, and then she has the audacity to say that she's surprised because she wasn't the one that put her hands on somebody. BITCH, I don't care if you did put your hands on somebody. You took your fucking shoes off. That's the first thing. That's the sign of a person that's about to get into a fight. You took your shoes off and then you ran up on Jen, wanting Jen to do any subtle thing, and you would have hit her. But Evelyn got to you too quick. She got to you too quick before you could throw your hands, but you was definitely going to do it. And the reason we also believe you were going to do it was because you already did it one time. Jen was standing right there at the restaurant. You tried to make it seem like Jen was in your face when you were the one that followed her outside. You entered her space and then you pushed her. But the people don't like Jen, girl. They don't like Jen, honey. So they gonna excuse a lot of the bullshit that Clayana gives. So we gonna let y'all do what y'all do, girl. So okay. Anywho, so what else happened? So yeah, I said, Clayana is escorted out and says that she was surprised because she was not the one that put her hands on anyone. What else happened? Brittany Renner. Okay, so of course Clayana had to go. She led with threatening behavior, energy, all of that. She had to go. Brittany Renner, I said, baby, you can go. I'm tired of Brittany. I'm tired of Brittany. I don't understand why she keeps upholding Clayana in her bullshit. I don't understand that. And then you saying that it was Jen's fault, but ain't nobody acknowledging the fact that Clayana pushed her and has yet to apologize to her for what she did. You physically put your hands on that lady, then you walking around talking about some allegedly put my hands on her as if we did not see the footage, as if you forgot the cameras were there. Clayana is a liar. Just like she sat up there and lied to Brittany and told Brittany, oh, they over here talking about you. Girl, when nobody's saying shit about Brittany. Clayana is messy. She's a liar. She's an insecure woman. She enjoys division. She's unhappy. She needs to go and be healed. Okay. So, anywho, what else? I said, yeah, Brittany Renner, I said she can go because why you keep upholding Clayana, you can't find your fit in this group. And that's why you over there so team damn Clayana, because you really can't find your fit in the group. Yeah, I just feel like Clayana likes chaoticness. She loves all of that shit. So let her go. Jen and Evelyn had a bonding moment after Evelyn snatched off Clayana's wig. They over there hugging, crying, all of this and that, get on the bus. What we learning is that Clayana's kicked out the group. Okay, now somebody got to go back and relay that information that the ladies don't want you around, girl. You a violation, whatever. Vanessa apologizes to Jen, and I feel like she apologized to Jen because she also don't want to be on the outs like Clayana is, and she respects the conversation that Evelyn came and had with her. Now, Vanessa and her husband, what we do learn though, because Vanessa, I don't think she went to brunch earlier that day or she hung back or whatever because of some things Evelyn said in the talk they had. It really got to her. But what we learned is that her and her husband have yet to heal from his infidelity. And it makes a lot of sense because that's why you keep running around doing these investigations and all this and that. You over here trying to inform people about their significant others or whatever. And I guess, I don't know if you want them to go through some turmoil or you want them to work through whatever their issues are, but you ain't even worked through what your issues are with your nigga. Get that together, okay? What else happened? Jacille and Brittany, they have a conversation. Jacille supports Evelyn for jumping into the fight because that's her friend. But I just kind of feel like whether that's her friend or not her friend, don't be running up on that lady like that when you already put your hands on her. I don't even like, I mean, Brooke and Jen are cool, but Brooke would have definitely jumped up for Jen had she been there, because even when Jackie and Clayana was talking, Brooke inserted herself. So she would have, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't Evelyn, it would have been Brooke. So Brittany she doesn't support Evelyn jumping in and says Evelyn wasn't being neutral. Okay. She also says we don't know Clayana's backstory or anything. And I feel like, Brittany, you're so right. We don't. But when people was trying to find out what that bitch backstory was or who she is or how she became introduced to the group, she took offense to it. Period. She took offense to it and she put herself out there on that damn island at the end of the day. So that's just that on that. So I feel like that's on her. Even if she didn't like how Jen said it, I feel like, yeah, you don't have to like how Jen said it if that's your issue, but what about all of the other ladies that do want to know this question of who are you? We want to get to know you, like what you got going on, whatever. So yeah, we don't know her backstory or anything because that bitch not willing to tell nobody what her backstory and shit is. But she want to run in between people and tell lies and say this happened and that happened and da 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 da. Now some stuff Clayana has come to the front about. She was on point with certain things, like when Evelyn didn't want to hold Brooke accountable for her stuff, and I kind of agree with some things when it came to Clayana. But also, girl, you be on your fuck shit too. So I'm not finna excuse her. I'm just not. Brittany says that Jen started it, and I said no, because y'all love trying to start in the middle. No, we're gonna start it in the beginning. Okay, that's what we'll start with. Okay, we're gonna start with Jen asking her a question, she getting offended, they having to sit down. This girl decided that she finna spew all this stuff at Jen, then turn around and put her hands at Jen. So no, it's giving heavy on the Clayana for me. Okay, so y'all, I mean, I just don't understand that. I don't get that. How are you more upset about Jen talking about it's some hoes in this house, that you're upset about Jen actually getting pushed and your friend not being like holding herself accountable and apologizing for that? I don't like that. But anyway, so Brittany doesn't like that Evelyn says that she inserted herself in, I guess, the Jen and Clayana situation. And the reason why Brittany doesn't like that is like, it's funny that you would say I inserted myself when you physically inserted yourself into a situation that ain't had nothing to do with you. And I do agree with Brittany on that. I think, yeah, Evelyn definitely inserted herself in the middle of that. She could have sat there and not done anything and let Jen get mollywopped. But girl, that wasn't finna happen. Girl, you know that wasn't that, nah. That wasn't finna happen. Cause if Evelyn would have watched Jen get mollywopped, she still would have hopped in it. She still would have got in Clayana's ass. It's just what it is, okay? But y'all leave y'all thoughts about Basketball Wives LA. Let's get into Basketball Wives Orlando. So Nikki and Neek are back friends again. They figured it out, worked it out. They're good. Okay. Neek brings up the IG live and how Nikki was on there being extra and stuff like that. And Nikki says that, well, listen, I was doing a lot. I do regret some of the things that I said about Ford, but when it comes to what I said about Milan, fuck that bitch, y'all. Well, that ain't my friend. I don't care nothing about that. So she can feel how she want to feel. Okay. So then when they over there talking about Ford, Nikki gets to this emotional place and starts crying because she says that when it comes to things about Ford, it triggers her because she spent most of her prime years with him. And according to her, she feels like she wasted her youth on him because they were together for a good amount of time. But I believe that Ford was over there cheating on her and stuff. Okay. So she went through a lot with that man. Now we learned that Mulan says that she got a BBL. And I was like, girl, you just told us last week that it was shots. Well, what we learned when she goes to the doctor's office is that she actually got both. And I'm over here like, girl, that's crazy. That's crazy. You sat up there and got shots in your ass. And I guess because it wasn't big enough, you went and got a BBL too. Girl, that is just, I hate that for you, honey. So I really do. I said I hate that for those women that have went and got this butt stuff, okay, to build confidence and still didn't get a man or got put in a better situation. I really hate that, for them. And Milan is one of those people. Okay, she went and did that to build her confidence and to get. I feel to attract more men because who else look at their asses? I mean, some women are, but mainly men. And what did you get out of the deal? Nothing. I was thinking about Cardi, and what did y'all get from it? Babies, and that's it. Yikes. And what did y'all get from it? Lumps, and that's it. Yikes. Anywho, so Ashley also got her butt done at the age of 23, but she said she got hers removed, okay, at the age of 30. And she plans on supporting she plans on supporting Milan as she goes through this whole process and transition of trying to get, her butt stuff taken out. So I was like, oh, I appreciate Ashley being, open and stuff like that with her butt. Because Ashley, you're so small, like a big old butt really would not look good on you. I do think the butt that you have now does look a bit, it fits you. Okay. It fits your small frame. All right. Now, Milan does get the consultation that she's seeking on reducing her butt. She said that she got the hydrogel shots and she got the BBL. Very sad. Okay. She said that she did it because of social media and because of the guy that she was previously with. I guess he heavily influenced her. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just don't. I mean, if y'all want to do it, just make sure y'all doing it for y'all. I mean, people still gonna judge. That's just how we is. But please don't let it be for a Nick that we don't even know, that hasn't given you a commitment and don't even know if he's gonna even be around. Because if he's over there telling you what you need to fix on your body, like it just makes me think. Imagine what he's doing to your psyche mentally and your confidence of how he's making you feel about yourself. That you need to change, like literally go under the knife to look like what he's over there hearting and liking on Instagram, and having you change going under the knife to look good enough to be on his quote unquote arm so that he could parade you around. Like, girl, let it not be his, like, let him not influence you. Okay, let him not. I can't take it. I cannot take it, girl. Horrible. So anywho, I am glad that she's getting this issue rectified, but it seems like she got a lot to think about because it's extremely risky. Because I think he said that she could suffer from an embolism, she could die, like it could be anything. Like, it's a lot to know that she got that, and I feel like she hasn't gotten that reduction done yet. I can't say that she shouldn't be afraid. Hell, your ass wasn't afraid to go get that BBL and them shots to begin with. You shouldn't be afraid to get this shit taken out. But either way, like he said, you're cutting away at a piece of you. Like, it's going to look and hit much different. So, girl, oh shit. Ooh, girl, listen, I do not recommend, girl, because the way y'all, girl, I don't see how y'all do. Ooh, shit. Listen, let me shut the hell up, girl. Good luck. I wish you the best, honey. I really do. I hate you had to go through that, and I hate that you're going to continue to go through that just to get back the body that you may have wanted a while ago. Oh shit. Anywho, Megan hosts a live podcast, and guess who her guest is? It's four, and that is Nikki's ex-boyfriend. And she never told Nikki that she was going to be interviewing this man. And then she made it about herself as to why she never told her that he'll be there. She says, one, she don't want Nikki to talk her out of it, and then she says, two, that she doesn't want her to like ruin the show or something like that. Like something like that. She said I didn't tell her for his coming, and then says because she didn't want her to talk her out of interviewing him or trying to ruin her show. And I'm like, you really think your friend, quote unquote, will come and ruin your show? I guess, girl. Any of you girls, like, we could never tell what the hell y'all gonna do and how y'all gonna show out at people's events. So I guess, Annie. But I just feel like that's messed up. Like, you could have at least gave her a heads up before she showed up to the event. At the event, there were multiple times for you to be able to let this girl know, like, hey, Ford is going to be in the building. I hope you're okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that was, I don't think that was right, because if that was you, you would really be upset that she invited one of your exes to an event and didn't even give you a head. You really would have made it an issue. So I don't think that's right. But anywho, Ford walks out. Nikki looks completely surprised. Like, what the hell is he doing here? I don't think it was cool at all. I already told y'all how she could have told her and when she could have told her. Nikki goes on to say that she feels like Megan is trying to capitalize off of her hurt. Because Nikki has talked to Megan about Ford and how that relationship affected her. I was thinking maybe she's trying to capitalize off of your relationship for the show purposes, capitalize off of your hurt for the show. But I really feel like she was trying to, no. Yeah, it would be both. But I felt like she was trying to capitalize off of Ford because of the popularity that he had at the time with the OnlyFans and his sexuality and stuff, right? So that's one thing. But knowing that we're filming this show and you purposely withheld this from her, you definitely were trying to capitalize off that girl's hurt. You were expecting possibly some type of reaction or something from her. And you know what you're doing, because it's going to create more for the next episode for y'all to sit down and talk about and likely agree or disagree about. Okay. Ford starts talking about his sex life, what he's into, what he's not into, who does what to him, how they do it. I did not give a damn. I was with Ashley. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not interested. Go away from me with this. I don't want to hear about it. What you want to do is what you want to do. Megan, I wish you would have gave us a heads up on what this damn event was going to be about. You literally had all of us coming in here being blindsided. We didn't know you was going to talk about vulgar sex. I understand that we're all grown people, but not all of us are at the same level sexually as he is. And not all of us are going to find that as entertaining as y'all do. Okay. So because of that, girl, I would have got my ass up and left, especially if I was Nikki. Nikki continued to sit there because I feel like she didn't want to show that she was really bothered. You know what I'm saying? But girl, fuck all that. I would have been like, I'll be back. I got to go grab something. And I would have never came back. Or I just would have been like, bitch, I'm out. Like, I'm gone. I'll talk to you hoes later. I'm not going to sit through this bullshit. And if she see that I'm mad, let her see that I'm mad. Because she should have knew to have at least told me and gave me a heads up that this nigga was going to be here. Period. So Megan was wrong in my opinion. But you know, it is what it is. All right. So, yeah, that's all that I got. Okay. For Basketball Wives LA and Orlando. Y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about the 2 episodes. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one.